Dude, I'm telling you, man. Anytime I'm in like some sort of like little like meeting or conference with a bunch of women with like light refreshments, there'll be like some Chips Ahoy there, and I watch chicks, and then when they're bored, eat sweet shit, and it's just like I look at them and I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing? They love cookies, dude.
Give me some salted meats.
That's what I'm saying, man.
If somebody puts a tray of salted meat out, dude, I'm a fucking shark. I circle it, dude. Take a bite, circle it.
Some rolled up fucking ham, dude.
Rolled ham in Spain, dude. When I was in Spain, they just give you ham. I was begging bartenders just to be like, dude, give me the fucking ham.
Please give me a piece
of ham. Another beer and as much of that ham as I can get.
Oh, dude. So you just reminded me about Europe. So I read the story about this Danish inventor.
Yeah.
I forget the guy's fucking name, but apparently he brought a journalist onto a submarine.
Fuck yeah.
Comes back up.
That's consent.
Journalist is missing. Dude, listen to what he fucking did. There's no consent to this. The journalist is missing.
After he surfaces?
He goes, I don't know where she is. Yeah, he surfaces. She's missing. This is in what's Danish called?
Denmark.
He's in. I almost called it Daneland. I'm like, he's in Daneland. So the fucking reporter's missing. He's like, I don't know where she went. We were on the submarine. Who the fuck? I'm not. I'm not this lady's fucking. Keeper.
It's like, yeah, you are on a submarine. Yeah, you fucking are.
Her body parts wash up on shore. Her severed limbs and head and shit washes up on shore, and they're like, yo, bro, what the fuck's up with her body parts? And he was like, oh, yeah, she had an accident on the submarine. she hit her head.
She fell into the garbage.
She hit her head. And he was like, yeah, and we found her body's all chopped up. He's like, yeah, so I chopped up her body and threw her out the sea. He's like, she was already dead. I didn't kill her. I just chopped up her body. So they finally charged this guy with life sentence. Guess how long his life sentence is in fucking Denmark?
How long?
16 years.
It's going to be tough.
That's nothing, dude. If you were in a marriage you disagreed with, you could literally behead your wife.
Get a submarine first.
No, you don't even need one.
Yeah.
You could just behead your wife and then just you'd be married for 20 years anyway.
Just
do 16 hard years. And dude, Denmark prisons are not that bad. So you basically chill in a room with an Xbox and you get out and you're just like, well, there I go.
Back on Tinder.
That was insane to me.
Second date, he's like, I got a submarine.
I mean, imagine bringing a girl onto your submarine and then just fucking chopping her to pieces. It's like, that's the most insane. That was right when the Aziz thing came out. I'm like, that's a fucking tough date.
That was a fucking time's up.
Sucking Aziz's dick 5 times in his Airbnb is not the worst thing, dude. Fucking getting chopped up by a Danish psycho in a submarine. That was, dude, that was the same
scary.
week. That's fucking terrifying. Him fucking hitting you with a knife, and that's terrifying.
In a fucking submarine, too.
Yeah, there's a bunch of shits.
Hide.
Everything's beeping and sonars are going off. He's like, hey, check this out.
Yeah, that's also the worst place on earth to murder someone.
Yeah.
Is to be like, yeah, me and this girl are going out on a submarine. And you resurface, like, it's just me now. She's gone. I don't know what happened.
The best is how he was like, oh, yeah, we had an accident, and I chopped her up and
forgot about that.
threw her out into the ocean. He holds a bunch of, like, biomedical patents. He's fucking loaded. Dude, obviously, he has a submarine.
Sick move.
He fucking had to chop a chick up, dude.
He had to.
I mean, imagine what the fuck was going through his head.
That's a good day.
He's probably like, can I get some head? And she was like, no. And he just totally Baraca'd out. Like, chop, 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 chop. Then technically, if it was maritime law, he was the captain.
Yeah. I
mean, he might have stymied a mutiny. He was like, I demand you to give me head. She's like, no. He's like,
that's a mutiny.
He fucking.
There was a Japanese thing that was like that, where the prison sentence was so short that it was just like this. Vice did an interview with this guy that ate a chick.
What?
He ate her. And they interviewed him, and he's like, oh, she was a very tasty girl. Yeah, dude. And he was so open about it because he was already convicted.
What do you do, like 6 months probation?
Yeah, they were just like, don't leave your house. You eat a girl, you stay inside for 3 hours. But
they grounded him?
Yeah, they grounded him for like 2 days.
How much ever did he eat?
A lot. I know he ate her ass.
Did he...
It was ass-eating season in
really?
Japan, dude. Yeah, he like
did he like freeze her and save her for a while?
And he wrote about it in his journal for like a while before he did it.
About how he wanted to eat her.
I think it was like a French foreign exchange student, and she lived in his apartment.
Tasty.
And he was like, "Oh,
I mean, if you were going to eat someone, a French foreign exchange
dude.
student sounds tasty.
Sounds like definitely the best person to eat.
There's all like butter fed from the ears and all that like, fucking coffee and baguettes.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's probably flaky.
Oh, I don't think I ever got to say this either. Although
What?
we should probably keep going on Japanese cannibals. But yeah, he has this journal. He has like pictures he drew and stuff of like him as like a demon, like flaying her ass.
What?
Like taking the skin off her butt cheeks and like cooking them.
So he made rolled up ham out of her butt cheeks?
He did. He hammed it up.
Oh my God.
Very good. Very tasty.
Dude, it's so weird when you think you're fucked up and then you read a story about a guy like fucking shaving a chick's butt meat off and eating it. And you're like, Jesus Christ, man. I'm like.
Yeah. That's on Vice.
Candle.
You should check that out.
That's a great fucking documentary.
It's hilarious.
I talked about the one before about the cop who got in trouble for that.
Yeah, that was nuts.
In the fantasy world, his boy's screen name was Girl Meat Hunter, and they're all about eating girls. They never did it. They never did it though.
They should have met up with that Japanese dude.
Yeah, that was fucking.
I showed them the ropes.
That might have been Girl Meat Hunter.
That was probably him. Yeah, Halloween's the shit though. It's very spooky, dude. We haven't even talked about how spooky.
Did I send you that thing? I tagged you in something on Instagram.
Yeah, I commented.
The Cheetos, dude.
The Cheetos were very spooky. Did you see the comment?
I didn't see what you said.
I said, "Fucking bag of bones gives me the willies." Bag of bones Cheetos gave me the willies bad. This is funny, and she'll be upset about this, but I had a conversation with my lady last night, my beautiful baby girl.
Yeah.
And it was. She was like, "You don't think ghosts are real?" I was like, "Yeah, I don't."
Wait,
she's a firm believer in the spirits and phantoms.
Okay.
You are too, though, right?
My thing is, I don't believe in them, but I'm scared of them.
True. I would be like, ghosts aren't fucking real, and then I'd lay down at night and be like, "Yo, my bad, ghosts."
I don't believe in ghosts when I'm with. I believe in ghosts when I'm by myself. If I'm not with anyone, I've definitely geared myself. Like, there's been multiple conversations I have with myself. I'm in my basement. I'm like, dude, if a fucking ghost shows up, it's like he's not necessarily going to hurt me. He might show me some cool shit, and I'm like, it's cool. I'm cool with ghosts. If you're around here, I'm not against you guys.
All the time.
I'm not against you guys.
I was just kidding, ghosts. You're definitely in my room right now. But so we had this conversation, and she explained a time where she saw a ghost.
Okay.
And it was just sleep paralysis.
Just about to
say. It was 100% sleep
paralysis.
So she was like, I was laying in bed at my friend's house that was haunted.
And you were like, wait, what was her friend's name?
Yeah, I was like, who the fuck was he? She was like, her name's Sarah, you asshole. I'm like, I'm not jealous. But she said she heard in the other room, like, just loud bangs. Like, someone was just fucking this office up. There was an office next to it. She was like, I was the only one that was home.
Okay.
And so she heard, like, someone just swiping a desk, like, just trashing this room. And then she heard the footsteps walk down the hall. And then she heard the footsteps walk towards her door and just stand there. Mm-hmm. And that's when she looked up and saw a shadowy figure standing there.
Yeah.
And then it walked away. And I was like, did you see it walk away? Or is that when you kind of felt like... She was like, I was going to sleep when this happened.
Okay.
And I was like, you had sleep paralysis. That's sleep paralysis.
Then she said she saw that and then just passed out afterwards?
Well, no. She was like, I don't remember. And I was like, that's because you were asleep when it happened. And it feels like you're awake, and it feels like it's not a dream at all.
Yeah.
And like you can see everything in the room. You're awake. And I was like, sometimes when people have it, that's exactly what they experience. Like they hear like loud banging noises, and then they see a fucking shadowy figure.
Mm-hmm. I had that. I had people like.
And she thought I was trying to disprove her. She thought I was like.
No.
I was like, no. What you had was real.
Yeah.
That's a real. I mean, they just call it sleep paralysis. That could be a fucking ghost.
Yeah.
I had a fucking ghost attack me.
Exactly.
And I woke up and I was like, that was a sleep paralysis.
Yeah, exactly. I had that the one time. Or I had a bunch of times, but the one time was like literally 3 shadowy figures standing over my bed, and I woke up from sleep paralysis, saw them for about 10 seconds while I was awake, and was like, and then they go away, and I was just like, oh God, thank God.
Yeah.
So I mean, that could be like
when I had it, I woke up and still thought it was real. Like I couldn't differentiate from when I was asleep and when I was awake.
Yeah.
So I thought it was still walking around in my basement, and I tried to fight it.
Yeah, your waking brain still, like, your brain's awake, but you're still, like, on that dream hallucination.
And it happens when you're falling asleep a lot of times.
Yeah, mine happens when I'm, like
when you're sliding into REM.
Mine happens when I wake up in the middle of sleep, and then I go back
yeah,
exactly, like you said, falling back to sleep. I fall back to sleep, and I have, like...
And she was like, I was going to sleep when it happened. I was like, you had sleep paralysis, and it seems like the realest thing in the world. Like, I didn't know what sleep paralysis was when it happened to me.
Yeah.
So I just was like, that was real.
So you were a ghost hunter for a while.
I was like, that was a demon one night that attacked me.
And you just have to keep it cool.
I didn't tell anyone. I was like, dude, You keep that one to yourself, dude. You don't want to tell people you're possessed.
That'll follow you too.
Yeah, and then I looked at those. I was Googling creepy Wikipedia articles. I suggest you do that. It's the Halloween season. You can go if you Google creepy Halloween creepy Halloween or creepy fucking Wikipedia articles.
I might. Dude.
There's a list of like 200 of them. They're fucking sick.
Just for Halloween.
Well, I mean, you can do it for the Halloween spirit,
or just for whatever.
Damn,
dude. So she wouldn't admit that she was having that. She was
every person I've ever been around thinks I'm a dickhead. So
that's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, it's starting to get to me.
Yeah, but it's also, especially if it's something as in like as simple as like, you know, maybe just pushing back on a ghost story a little bit.
Yeah, I know, but
it's like, then what do you have to do? Like, 'cause it's one thing to bend on stuff, be like, all right, maybe I'll ease up on things. If someone's hitting you with a ghost story, it's like, well, I can kind of.
Like, there's probably an explanation for this because it wasn't a ghost.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
You know,
yeah, that's annoying. That's a tough. You're 30, right?
Yeah,
yeah. 30 is about the time when you start to see all your life cycles. You get old enough to where you're like,
yeah, I remember that.
Wait, I've been here before.
Yeah.
I've been doing that hard. When I used to be like, fucking girls are crazy. Every girl I date is nuts. And then I'm just like, after like 6 relationships like that, I'm like, oh fuck, dude.
Yeah,
I'm the fucking ringleader of this circus, dude.
Yeah, she's been telling me like you're a bully, like you're
Fair.
mean to people, and I'm like, you're like the 10th person today told me that. Like, yeah, maybe it is me.
I mean, bullying's fun, you know.
I don't think I'm a bully though.
No, but dude, I've existed
There's
outside.
me doing exactly what I said. I was like, I'm not a bully though.
Well, here's what I've learned, that the majority of people aren't. Well, not that. Well, yeah, I would say the majority of the civilized world who I would say works in an office or is like very career driven, or I don't even want to necessarily put it on that. They have a way of relating to people that doesn't exactly jive with how you or I would. Where like I was talking to this dude, like there's shit people say now that I'm working in like a civilized environment that I just want to all day long. Like this, like I work with a dude.
Call him out for being.
I work with a dude who calls his girlfriend his partner. And it fucking bothers me so much. And I'm always like, I thought he was talking about a dude the whole time. I'm like, all right, dude's gay, cool. I'm like, chilling on that. And he's like, then she. And I'm like, how the fuck do you call your girlfriend your partner? So like that like fucks me up. And then like we're doing a thing yesterday. It's there's like a little kid out. Someone's like, hey, like we got to do a meeting. My kid's here. I'm like, yeah, man, it's fine. And this dude kept like trying to talk to this kid in a way that was so bizarre. It was just so weird. And he was like, we were all like laughing afterwards. He was like, yeah, that kid loved me, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, dude, that kid didn't want nothing to do with you, bro. It's like, the kid was sitting there playing on his fucking iPad. He was having a good time. You were just distracted.
That's the thing.
He was like, yeah, but I was giving him M&Ms. I'm like, well, you got to be careful of that strategy, bro. That's a tried and true. And dude, I was with 2 people. They both looked at me like, why would you say that? And I was just like, I thought it was a fucking slam dunk, dude.
yeah. You mean that home run I just hit?
Yeah.
Why would I go yard?
I'm like, yeah, dude, it is effective giving kids candy, but you got to kind of watch how you work that one, dude.
You might end up getting your dick sucked. You got to watch that. That old fucking candy for work, that works out bad sometimes.
Yeah, dude, I'm like, yeah. Unless you're like 80, dude, fucking steer clear of that one. Like, whoa.
I don't think Dilbert being a jumper got enough respect.
That's so funny. That made me laugh. Yeah,
that'd be a good comic.
The tie thing.
Dude, if he bowed out on like a 9/11, Dilbert jumping on 9/11,
shit, he'd be arguably the greatest artist of all time.
And Trump fucking caught him at Ground Zero.
If I was the Dilbert comic maker and I was gonna kill myself.
That's a sick.
If I was gonna kill myself, I would definitely make a Dilbert cartoon of him jumping out of the World Trade Center and then kill myself.
Oh my god!
All these great artists that have killed themselves, they should go on top like that.
True.
They should give everybody a real fuck you.
Do you
Sylvia
think that
Plath
helps?
did a good one. Head in the oven.
Who did?
Sylvia Plath put her head in the oven. That's a
pretty
pretty
good. What
good.
did she cut a little square out so she could
just
shut
like open the fucking. I don't know. She just put it in somehow. I guess she just opened it and it was
She
hot
sounds
enough.
like a real dumb bitch.
I feel like it's a cool way to kill yourself.
Head in the oven?
Yeah.
No.
I think the ultimate's head in microwave. You gotta cut a square out of your microwave so you can shut it, turn it on, and put your head in, and just
Put it
melt
on
your
defrost for 5 minutes.
just melt your face off.
God.
Just nuke your face off.
I was joking about suicide with Okani in the car because we were watching people that have killed themselves via like animals at the zoo.
Ooh.
And it's like, I don't think you realize how much you don't hate yourself until just that first bite from a bear, and you're just like, oh fuck, help, I don't want this, I don't want to die.
Yeah, suddenly
That's
everything's not so pointless.
Yeah,
you're like,
when you
I have to not get eaten by bears.
Yeah,
that's
you
the point of life.
And just like instinctively you're just like, help.
Whereas like hose in the car in the garage, that's kind of like a nice way to die, so you sort of just like fall asleep. So you don't have that, like, maybe your survival instinct doesn't kick in the way it would if you get attacked.
People that are
Makes sense.
I'm so depressed, I'm going to go fucking throw myself in the bear pit. It's like, that was the worst choice ever.
Yeah, totally.
That was the worst fucking choice you could make.
Might be a good way to actually, like, get a new lease on life, is like, then I fought off a bunch of bears. Yeah,
True.
Maybe that's what they're hoping for.
Well, that's the worst. Jumpers that survive. People jump off like the Golden Gate Bridge. And then survive.
And they like shatter their fucking.
And they're back for the sequel. Right. No, they're just back for the sequel.
Damn,
and everyone's like, "Yo, bro, heard you try to kill yourself." And you're like, "Yeah, fucked up."
Yeah.
There was a guy I knew.
Fails to kill.
There was a guy. This is horrible.
Yeah.
There was a guy I was working with whose kid, low key, was a jumper, and then like he just didn't die, and then like he just had to show up, and he was like a carpenter. And he had to fucking work.
But he was fine though. He didn't get injured.
He eventually was okay. He got fucked up, but he probably got a wicked fucking
he
belly.
Rolled an ankle right. This is the second floor.
Probably got a wicked belly flop slash or whatever, but like, dude, he's back on the job, dude. He's watching those pieces of wood get cut every day, being like, dude, I can't believe I jumped. That's a wacky thing to come back from.
What, literally trying to commit suicide?
Just
like
literally
actually
just
jumping?
being Neo from the Matrix, dude, and the water's like, you wake up in an ER just like, your dad's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's a fucking...
Coming back for the sequels, the power move, dude.
Do you do it again?
Everyone leaves you alone.
Do you do it again, though?
I don't know, dude. That's got to be terrifying to jump and not die, and then be like, dude, I'm not going. Part 3 is not. I mean,
you might just try to kill yourself in a different way.
That'd be sick if this guy was like the Rocky of suicides. Like 7 episodes of him facing.
I wonder how many. What was like the most suicide attempts ever?
It's probably a high school chick that cut herself 90 times.
Yeah,
like,
she ate,
I'm gonna do it this time.
She ate 2 aspirins twice. Yeah.
Yes, dude. Suicide is funny, Pedro.
Well, women are more likely to attempt suicide, and men are more likely to pull it off.
Where are you getting that stat from?
Jordan Peterson.
No, that was.
I heard that stat.
Yeah, a couple. I saw it in a movie, and I saw it in a couple things. But men are way more likely to actually kill themselves.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
I mean, yeah, I don't not believe it. I'm just curious where it comes from. I don't know. Like,
don't worry
probably,
about it.
I mean, that's a probably easy stat. Just you show up, someone's dead, like how they die, suicide, chalk it up.
Right.
And it's like, why is this chick crying here? I'd be like, she tried to kill herself.
Chalk it up. Like there's actually like a whiteboard, just like.
I mean, it is horrific. It's also kind of ridiculous how like you get a lot of these writers and like they kill themselves, and like it definitely adds to the legend.
Yeah, dude.
Like I mean, it's so weird and fucked up. If I hear a guy killed himself, I seek the book out and I'm like, I gotta read what the fuck this guy was thinking
fucking
about.
Heath Ledger. And the Joker, dude. Everyone's like, whoa, look how dark
that
he
was
is.
the fucking most bullshit fucking like they're like, oh my god, eventually the Joker overtook him. It's like, no, he was a fucking drug addict. He didn't get overtaken
that was too dark. It's like, dude, the Joker's gay as fuck.
He didn't get overtaken by Batman. It was like, yo, I love Oxycontin all of a sudden.
What if Jared Leto killed himself after Suicide Squad to try to like cash in on the legend and nobody cared?
Sick.
They're like, still bad, dude.
Did you hear the stories of like what Jared Leto was doing to try to like get into character?
Oh, I bet it's
like
hilarious.
He was like mailing cast members like pig heads with like written on it like ha ha ha.
Oh, what a loser!
Think of those other cast members being like, all right, dude.
Yeah. Imagine Will Smith.
Will Smith.
Yeah,
well, Will
like,
Smith's kooky enough to be like, whoa, this guy really believes it.
Yeah, maybe he'd be nice about
it. He's a
gay
Scientologist.
Literally, he's in the gay Hollywood Mafia. But anyway,
that's a really funny conspiracy. That
gay Hollywood Mafia.
Everyone's gay. Every famous person is gay.
Or they weren't gay. Like apparently, Tom Cruise wasn't gay. But all those like elites of Hollywood, all those like gay old Jewish guys, like got their hands on him young and just flipped them. I found out something fucked up. You know Alex Walsh, the America's Most Wanted?
Yeah.
You know his origin story?
His son, right?
Cut his son's head off, bro.
Someone cut his son's head off?
Yeah. Someone.
Who did?
That's how he got started.
Who did?
His son was in a mall playing video. Like they were like put the Atari out, and like all these older boys were playing Atari, and his mom was shopping and was like, "Yeah, go play video games with the older boys." So Billy Walsh just like stood by and just like watched these kids play, and the kids got in a fight. So people in the mall were like, oh, kids, get out of here, made them go outside. So he didn't speak up for himself. He wasn't like, I'm not really with these guys. So they all went outside, and the older kids left. And someone lured Billy Walsh into a van with candy, and then like 4 days later, they found his decapitated head. And that's how America's Most Wanted started, with Alex Walsh. His son got fucking decapitated, dude.
His son got beheaded?
He found his son's head.
Damn. His son fell for the candy in the van?
And then he got fucking rich. Yeah, his son fell for the candy in the van.
Candy.
And that dude built a fucking empire. That guy became a star.
Yeah.
He basically like bullied that show. He like went through Congress, passed a bunch of bills, and then like bullied his way onto a show.
Yeah.
And sold the rights to a movie.
When life hands you beheaded kids.
Yeah, dude. Life hands you a head, dude.
Make lemonade.
Get paid on fucking... Dude, I had no idea that guy's past was so dark.
Yeah, I knew that.
I thought he was just like a cop.
No, I remember.
That dude's just a dad.
Just a sick ass
a
dad.
headless son, dude.
He's got a headless horseman, dude. He's got an Ichabod Crane. He's got a Sleepy Hollow boy.
Someone fucking...
Holy shit.
I mean, this guy lured him in with candy of all things and then beheaded him.
Do we know he lured him with candy? Did the guy come clean and be like, it was candy?
They said, the audiobook I was listening to, they said he got lured with candy and toys. I mean, they might have looked at like mall footage of a guy just like... with a couple packs of nerds.
Torches.
Yeah, like a football and some nerds. Like this kid was like, all right, I guess.
How old was the kid? Do you remember?
He was like 7.
Oh,
he was like 6 years old or 7.
That's prime candy in a van, though.
I know. The guy fucking got him in the van and cut his fucking head off, dude. Like, that's insane. It might, this is a fucked up theory. It could have been Alex Walsh himself.
Really?
He might have lured his own son and beheaded him, dude. He might have beheaded his own son and rose to the fucking top.
Do you think?
If you have like 4 sons, you can behead one of them and get paid.
Biblically.
If you're like, we got to do something about this.
Yeah, that's a tale as old as time.
If you get a beheaded son, you have a book deal instantly. Especially if you can go around and try to like hide the head somewhere good.
I'm going to make my son get into Middle Eastern journalism. So hopefully one day he gets his fucking head cut off over there.
Dude, headless son is a good fortune.
Headless son is fucking sick.
You get something
You
for
remember
it.
what happened to Mike Myers, though? He had a headless mom.
That's true.
That turns you retarded.
That's true. Headless son just turns you into a baller.
Headless son turns you into a vicious fucking entrepreneur. Headless son, you're like, I'm going to take over this fucking industry.
You know, we need some prevention of headless sons in the future. That's what he did. He started like investigating like horrible. He's basically True Detective.
Investigating headless sons.
He was True Detective in real life. His son got beheaded, and he just was like, "I gotta investigate everything."
Dude, your son getting beheaded is so fucking outrageous.
So it's almost
it's hilarious.
I was listening to an audiobook that was like not about that at all, and I had to pause it and laugh for a while. I was like, "Holy fucking shit!" They're like, and his severed head was found 4 days later. It's like,
God,
Jesus
dude.
Christ.
Yeah, that's so fucking like. What do you even say? You're the dad. You're like, fuck. Jesus
damn it.
Christ.
Yeah, that's like. I mean, you got to be like, I don't know, man.
Like, at least if your kid gets like leukemia or something, there's like a mascot will come in and play with him for a little before he dies. Like, there's cool.
Well, he had to identify it though.
He had to like. There's no headless son.
Do you think they put it like when you have to go identify your son's head? They put it, like, like a cigar box.
I bet they put the whole thing in the morgue thing and put a blanket like, as though there was a body.
He's like, "Where's the body?" Like, "Don't lift the blanket, Mr.
Don't
Walsh."
worry about it. He's like, there's clearly nothing there. This is just a head. Yeah, that's him. Fuck.
He's just on a scarecrow.
You like that?
Oh my god, dude. That was so fucking horrible, but it made me laugh so hard because I was like, okay, they found his severed head. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he's like,
and this
be honest.
book's about like the political climate in the United States, about like we coddle children. So I was like,
That guy didn't.
No, that guy.
That van guy did not.
The guy's
children.
making an argument for like how kids need unstructured.
Maybe he coddled him first, though.
He might have.
He might have coddled him.
I mean, I'm sure he didn't go straight to the fucking.
That'd be sick
head
if he
swipe.
beheaded him on the spot. He's like, you want some candy? Come in here. Yes. Got one.
Well, you need like he had to have drug him into the woods onto a stump. You can't just behead. So you need like full, like that's like ringing the bell.
Little kid though, you can behead a kid.
Dude, it'd be hard as fuck. I cut sweet potatoes in half sometimes. You really got to put all your weight on the knife, severing the spinal cord.
A full van. You can get a stump in the back of a van.
No, dude, but you can't race over your head.
You just saw, dude.
Oh, dude, you don't think he did a clean, honorable swipe?
Well, the kid was probably.
Think he hacked his head off?
The kid was definitely asleep because of how good the dick was.
True.
Kid definitely passed out from the dick in.
No doubt.
The dick. Damn. Good Lord.
Some guy walked past like a rocking minivan. He's like, someone's getting
like,
laid. There's just a guy
yeah.
sawing back and forth, cutting off a head.
Some dude's like, yes, dude, someone's getting
Dude,
pussy.
imagine him driving around like, I gotta ditch this fucking head, dude. I gotta fucking...
Just tosses it out the window.
Oh, that's horrific, dude. Yeah, that fucked me up, man. The book is funny because they're putting together like a good argument for like why Alex Walsh is also the reason why missing kids were going on milk cartons. Apparently, missing kids are like
Alex Walsh
built a fucking empire, dude. But he
what a fucking horrific empire.
I know,
That's
dude.
built on just the worst possible.
He's built on the bones of fucking snatched up. Well, apparently, missing kids are like I mean, of course, they're sensationalized because it's crazy, but like missing children are returned to their house. I think it's like 99.7% of the time. Kids go missing, and
It's usually they ran away, right?
They ran away, or worse comes to worse, it's usually a
Loved one.
a loved one who has who's like cut out of the picture. Yeah, a custody battle, and they take them. So that's like it's usually that's like the worst case most of the times. There's sex trafficking, which is that's probably the 0.7, and every now and again there's a fucking
there's a 0.3%.
Yeah, every now and then there's a
straight
fucking
beheaded
Luco Brazzi dude walking
on
around
the spot.
Dude. So yeah, apparently he was arguing like why we shouldn't baby kids so much, but he's like, but to be honest, and he told this story, and it was like, Jesus fucking Christ, dude, no wonder that didn't work out like that.
Oh, imagine not knowing that and like calling him out and be like, yeah, dude, you're trying to get people arrested, you fucking snitch.
Oh,
it's like, what do you have against these criminals?
Yeah,
Well, actually,
yeah.
some guy fucking cut my son's head off. Oh man,
I'm sorry,
my
man.
bad, dude.
I'm sorry, bro.
So, Short Dog, what's up, dog?
I'm actually living in your old room now.
Oh yeah, you moved into the basement. What do you think of that?
It's scarier than I thought it was going to be.
It's a little creepy down there. It gets a little spooky.
I was in a customer's house where I was painting a big house. I was the last one down the basement, had to shut the lights off. Dude, I fucking ran up the stairs. I was literally, it's the middle of the day. I was in the third floor walking around. There was like an office and shit. And then I opened one door. I was tasked to go find like the pre-existing paint to like match it up. So I'm like wandering through almost like a man. This place is fucking big. I think a mansion's technically like 5,000 square feet. It was right around there. So they had a fucking like boardroom in their house, like meetings.
Damn.
So I'm walking around.
Do you think that was Donald Trump's house?
It was just empty dominoes, but he's just reselling dominoes to like different countries. So I walk through this one room that goes to another room, and then I get to this other room that there's just a door with a little key in the thing, and I was like, I'm gonna go see what's in there. I walked to the doorknob and went,
I'm not looking in there.
Ran the fuck away.
Dude, I love the idea of a board meeting, haggling, calling it Domino's, haggling. A guy on a speakerphone just like, what if we toss in 6 wings?
All right, I'll knock down 30 cents. Yeah. Dude, I told you
That's
I got
lunch.
free Domino's one time. It's called Domino's, and I was like, yo, man, I'm getting 2 medium pizzas, and I need that large from last week that you guys messed up on. And they were like, what? And I was like, yeah, dude, you guys told me I'd get a free pizza. And they were like, what's your name? And I was like, I gave them all my information. And they were like, who'd you speak to? And I was like, I don't know, some guy, like an ethnic sounding name. It's like West Philly, Domino's. They go, they're like,
you're like some guy with a Muslim beard. It's a Philly Domino's.
They were like, when did you call? I was like, dude, it was last Friday, right at like 7 o'clock. And I was like, you guys told me you'd give me free pizza. What the hell? And they were like, all right, let us check the records. I'm like, yeah, go ahead, look at them. I'm like, no way.
They don't have records.
Week through a fucking, and it's Friday's busy as fuck, so they don't remember. So they're like, dude, 5 minutes. They try to ice me on hold, and they call back like, all right, sir, we're gonna bring it. You can do it once to like almost any chain pizza place.
Wow.
So this guy could have just done.
I used to do that to Domino's too.
It's a move.
I used to call and say I have a coupon here for free cheesy bread. Every time I ordered, I'd be like, I have a coupon for free cheesy bread. And the guy brings you the cheese bread, and you're like, they'll never ask.
They don't give a fuck.
They don't care. Yeah. Also,
So back to the basement. The basement is scary.
It is fucking spooky down there.
It's funny because I forgot it was scary. It took me a month to get over the fact that it was scary down there. I'd be like, someone's in that tiny door.
Well, I thought
you
it
hear
was
noises.
good, and then the other night nobody was home. So usually at least 6 is like upstairs. It was just nobody was home, and I was like kind of high, and then I started thinking about being scared, and then I was like, "Fuck,
now you're scared."
Yeah.
Now there's definitely a ghost in here. Or I would get high and get afraid of fires. Like if there's a fire, I'm just trapped in this pit because there's one stairwell.
That's hilarious.
If there's a fire upstairs, you're just dead.
And like how loud it is. That's the next store.
When they run down when the Asians fucking
Yeah.
It just goes
Crouching Tiger
Yeah,
down
man,
the fucking
they float
steps.
across the fucking room.
Cause like, I mean, you guys are probably like too dead. And you were downstairs, but like I'd be in this room at night, like at like 3-4 in the morning, and shit just starts like falling. And,
Yeah,
You hear the
very-
water behind the wall,
yeah.
Very spooky stuff.
and you're in a fucking basement, dude. If a ghost is going to appear,
It's coming to the basement.
Yeah, dude.
And it's probably the ghost of Karl Marx showing up like, James, you did the right thing by getting banned from the open mic. You are truly a communist warrior. Thank you, comrade. But yeah, the Asians fly down the steps. That would scare me every morning. I'd be like, someone's pounding on the door.
yeah,
Because there's steps directly underneath their steps. It's straight into the basement.
it goes.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's loud as
fly.
fuck.
Why the fuck do they run down the
I
steps?
kind of run down steps like that too.
You do. I've seen
I
you.
fucking fly down steps. I'm also 195 now too.
You big dog.
I'm a fucking.
You bulk.
I'm
I
a
fucking
good boy,
I
dude.
fucking groped you at the fucking Starbucks.
You were at Starbucks earlier, and Shane gives me like a hug, and then he reached around, like grabbed my ass, and like shook it real quick.
Two hands got underneath
And
it.
it's like a family just walked
The
by.
family's right behind him. So you got a fucking plump butt, dude. You got to
You have to start hugging. Like, come on, give him your hug and just squeeze their ass.
squeeze
Like, you
ass
fucking
cheeks.
working
You
out,
got a
bro.
fucking nice rump.
It's such a funny. Grabbing a guy's ass is so fucking funny.
Good rumpus.